Hey everyone, welcome back to Iguana Gaming. I'm the Iguana, and today we are playing some ARK Survival Evolved Mobile Edition. Now today, guys, the Mammoth TLC for ARK Mobile has just dropped, and we are going to check it out, obviously, here on our brand new Mammoth. I am super excited about this. The Mammoth is a fantastic creature, and honestly, it's just needed a little bit of love. I think recently in general. It's on PC, it has not had any sort of TLC change at all, and so it's really cool that mobile has actually gone ahead and gotten some TLC stuff going for the Mammoth. Alright, so now, first things first, this is the normal saddle for the Mammoth. This is just how it looks, how it moves. It's pretty great. Currently, there's no alt attack of any kind except for the Stomp, which is a swipe down, so it's the second alt attack, which is pretty great, and then the normal attack is just the head swipe. Alright, so this is currently the way it looks with a normal saddle. Now, there is a new saddle, an archetype saddle, so we're going to go ahead and check that out. And as you can see, the trike has its little buff up there from being around carnivores. Trikes now have a special buff that they get when there's a big carno nearby, so my gigas are actually giving that trike, not an alpha, giving the trike a buff that makes them a little bit tougher in the presence of a carnivore, which is pretty cool. Alright, so if you go into the in-game store here and you go into archetypes, there we go. I already purchased the Mammoth Saddle archetype. It does cost $6.99 US, so it's a purchasable Ingram, basically. And what that means is that once you've purchased the Ingram, you can craft as many of them as you would like. And here it is. It's the, what is it called? Mammoth Saddle. So it's a little bit interesting here. I'm going to go ahead and craft one up. They're only craftable in the smithy, so be aware of that as you're doing that. And I'm going to go ahead and step back out here and equip it. Can we get out? Thank you. That would be great. Cool. And actually, I may make some changes to this base now because it's really cool. Wardrum has added the new battlements, and so we do have a Behe gate on this particular build, and I may replace some of the walls with battlement walls because there's no reason not to. Alright, let's go ahead and equip this new saddle here. Excellent. Okay, so that looks really cool. Mammoths have definitely needed a platform saddle for a long time. They're in the same weight class as Paracers, so it doesn't make any sense that you wouldn't be able to get a platform saddle on these guys. So what they've done is basically hang a platform off of each side of the Mammoth, which I think actually looks really good, makes it look really stable. You can probably carry people on here as well. Now, I don't think you can actually place... Right, so you can't place any sort of Eerie or auto turret on here, but you should be able to place like a ballista turret or something like that onto the Mammoth. You should be able to build on these platforms, which would be pretty handy. And just in general, I think the platform saddle for the Mammoth is going to be really useful for a number of reasons. So I'm really excited that they brought that feature in. I'm going to go ahead and head down to the river now because they've also gotten a new ability to spray things, which is really cool. So we need to head down to the river so we can test that out. Unfortunately, the water's a little bit far away from this base we were at, but not too far, hopefully. Gonna follow the piping that we have. Alright, so yeah, guys, mammoths are great wood collectors. They have a lot of weight. They're a really cool creature, and I feel like they've been relatively underappreciated because they just don't have all of those good abilities that a lot of other creatures in this class have. They're also a little bit faster than the Parasaur, which is kind of nice. Look at this guy. Tromping along. Alright, so almost at the water now. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do with these platforms, but I cannot wait to see what people do with them. I bet there's going to be some really cool builds coming, other really cool stuff like that coming for this Mammoth. Alright, so we should be able to somehow fill up water? I have no idea. Okay, that's the stomp. No. There should be a way to get this guy to fill up water, and I'm not sure exactly how to do that. So there should be an attack for it. It's not in there. I'm just not sure what the command is at this moment. So the swipe up doesn't do anything, even though we're sitting in water. The swipe down just does the stomp attack, and then the normal attack is like that. So I'm going to go ahead and see if there is an option for this, because I'm not really sure how to use this spray attack yet. So we're definitely going to need to do a little bit of checking this out. Let's try the alt attack 1. Nope. Nothing. Okay. So definitely not sure how to make that work. Now it does say that this woolly mammoth has the capacity of 90%, which means it should be able to do the water stuff. Oh, there we go. So you can see in the upper right hand corner there's a little buff that says ready to spray water. Beautiful. So I wonder if you just have to sit there for a minute. Alright, so if we're ready to spray water, let's actually go ahead and see if we can find something to spray. I'd like to really do a pushback on something. Maybe the Anky. Let's see if we can push back an Anky. Ankies are pretty heavy, so I'm not sure it'll work. And I bet it's going to be the... Oh, cool! Oh, very cool. So it is the swipe up, it's like the jump attack, and you can go ahead and just... Now the Anky's mad at me. So yes, you have to sit in the water and wait for the mammoth to kind of do its thing, filling up the water. But once you do that, it is just the swipe up like you would jump on any other creature to spray. Once it has that ready to spray buff, which you have to kind of wait for. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because you can't, like, force it. I think you just have to wait. Yeah, I think you have to wait because I am not seeing how to make it drink water. So I do believe you should just wait for it to drink it on its own, possibly. Whoops. Alright, yeah, I have no idea. So I guess there it goes, maybe? Oh, there. Okay, so if you hop off while it's in the water, it kind of does that little thing with its trunk, and I think... Is that filling itself up? Oh my gosh, this is so hard to tell what it's doing. Very, very difficult to see what it's doing. It should be drinking water, and then eventually it should be in a position where I'll be able to actually be able to spray something, but I'm not sure what that point is. You kind of have to, like, just wait. Is that an otter? I think there's an otter. That is an otter. Okay, I feel bad. I gotta be careful not to hit it. Alright, so yeah, I'm really not sure how to make this thing drink the water faster. I do know that the capacity is a breedable thing, so right now we have a 90% capacity. And apparently you can breed for higher capacities. There we go, we're ready to spray water. So yeah, it is just a waiting game. You have to wait for them to fill up, which does make sense. But essentially, they grab all this water in their nose and they hold it. And then you can kind of take it around as needed and do basically whatever you need to do with it. Now, I wonder if that's in the buff list as well. Yes. Okay, so the ready to spray water does show up on the buff list. Now that spray does a knockback on creatures. I don't think it actually does too much damage, but it does do a knockback. I'm willing to bet that you can water crops with it and stuff like that. I've not actually tested that out. And unfortunately, we're stuck on this tree. Can we get off? Am I stuck? That would be terrible. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I'm willing to bet you can water crops with it or fill up fountains or something like that, because that spray, obviously, it's just a way to carry water around. So I imagine this would be really useful if you don't want to put in a full irrigation system. Just tame yourself a mammoth and fill up the water every once in a while. It shouldn't be too difficult there. All right. So now there was one last thing I noticed with this mammoth while I was in the inventory. If I could just get up into the clearing again, I do want to show it off because I'm super excited about it. Here, we'll do it over here. All right. So, while I was in the buffs, I noticed one thing about it is that the mammoth now has a head slot. And you can now equip things. So that's amazing. The mammoth now can wear armor. That's a giant flak helmet, which is honestly terrifying because it looks like an enormous skull on this guy. And you can actually equip skins on it as well. So if you go through your skins, you can get a captain's hat, devil horns, there we go. Took it a second. The chieftain's hat, that's amazing. That might be my favorite because it's just so big. It's great. So there are all sorts of... You can equip any of the skins on these guys now, including the glasses, I bet. Ooh, that's just frightening. Crowns, werewolf mask, antenna, bunny ears, everything. So I'm really happy about this. I think it looks pretty great. It's a little bit funny looking because their heads are so big that it does look really silly to put like a giant hat on the mammoth, but you can do it, and I think it looks pretty great. So I'm really happy that they added that feature. I'm actually going to go ahead and unequip it because it makes me a little uncomfortable to see all those crazy skins on those guys. Yeah, so definitely check that out too and see what kind of other skins you can get on there. I'd be curious to see what the Rex Bone helmet skin looks like. I think that would look good. The raptor helmet, basically, that you get when you kill an alpha raptor, I think would look really funny on these guys, and probably not that great since it's not optimized for them, but would be interesting for sure. All right, we've got another saber here. Stomp it. Get out of here. That was quick. Okay, so let's go ahead and head over here. I might even build a crop plot really quick, just to make sure that we can actually fill it up, because if so, that is another really useful feature of the Mammoth TLC pass, guys. I'm so excited. The Mammoth has needed this TLC pass for so long, and Wardrum has just gone above and beyond with it. They've given us some really cool new features, really cool things. Like, mammoths are actually going to be something you want to have around your base from now on. So I'm really happy with it, and I cannot wait to see what else they do in the future, because they just keep making stuff better. What do we actually need to make a crop plot here? I just need like a small one. It doesn't even have to be a good crop plot. It just needs to be a crop plot. Wood, thatch, fiber, and stone. I should have all of that. Yeah, a little bit. I don't have thatch. Oh no, I don't have thatch. And fiber. Do I have thatch in here? Hopefully. Maybe. No. Oh my gosh. This is the worst. I have a lot of stuff, but apparently not any thatch. Well, I did actually harvest some with the mammoth, so possibly the mammoth has some. Okay, there we go. Run back around here. I probably am going to leave this mammoth at this base just because it's a nice area. Oh, I didn't mean to equip that. It's frightening. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and get some thatch. That's not enough. I'm going to have to go hit a tree. Okay, but I have to test this out. This dino helmet skin looks really weird on this guy. Now, I do think that the mammoth has to be standing in a river or in a deep body of water in order to fill up the water. I don't think it would work just from the rain, but I could be wrong about that for sure, so it's definitely something to look into. Alright, can we hit this tree? I don't know why this tree is still here. I've hit it, so it should be gone now. Okay, let's go ahead and grab that thatch. There we go. Hopefully that's enough. Where's the crop plots? There it is. Beautiful. Alright, so I'm going to craft that up. I am going to go ahead and level this guy up and just see what his little action is, if I can. Okay, cool. So he does like a big roar thing and shakes his head. Why is my camera stuck? There we go. What? Like, my camera mode is stuck right now. That's not cool. I don't know what's happening. It, like, doesn't want to move properly. Well, that's really frustrating. I don't know what's wrong with that area, but it doesn't like me. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and head over here. I'm just going to put this crop plot down in a random area because I'm not going to save it. I will destroy it afterwards. Oh my gosh, there we go. But I do want to make sure that this is what I think it can do, what I think it can do. Maybe? Maybe? Alright, well it did place. I can't see it. Alright, so that's an issue. Currently I'm having some rendering issues, it looks like, so I'm going to go ahead and take a quick cutscene here while I relog, and hopefully we will get that fixed, so I can see the crop plot and we can test out that water spray. So I'll bring you guys back in just a second here. Okay, so we're back. Yep, I was just having some rendering issues. So the crop plot's here, it's at 142-ish in terms of water. So I'm going to go ahead and use that spray. There we go. Hopefully we're actually hitting the crop plot. I think I can see it. Yeah. So I expect that crop plot to be filled up a little bit with water if it's just getting it from the rain. Oh, and it's all the way full. Okay, so that definitely is adding some water to the crop plot, which is amazing. Oh my gosh, that's great. That makes me so happy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and destroy this because I don't need it out here. But that is a very, very cool feature. I really love that. That water spray ability is just going to be amazing. It's going to be so, so good to use and to have around, and just super useful in general, both for the knockback and for the options to go ahead and fill up water stuff, features, whatever. Bring water around to your base if you need it. Find a way to store water. I think it's going to be great. I bet you can fill up reservoirs with it as well, which I'm not going to test since I did see that you can also fill up just the crop plots. So very, very cool. Love this platform. Love the new helmets that you can put on them, which I did not think you could do before. And yeah, guys, I do think that that might actually do it for this episode, since it's all about the Mammoth TLC. So let's go ahead and see if I can get my screen working here. Yes, beautiful. Alright, so guys, if you did find yourself enjoying this video at any point, please do remember to hit that like button because it seriously helps me out. And if you want to see more content like this, you can, of course, subscribe. I will catch you all in the next one. Signing off, this is the Iguana.